Coach, whenever ready, if you just want to give an opening statement here for us.
Well, first of all, just an incredible Beanpot game. Two great teams. But I just, I can't talk enough about our two seniors and our captain. And, after what we went through last year as a group, the season we had, to come back in the fashion that we have, without question, has everything to do with the two guys sitting to my left and Casey Home. It's, to win a Beanpot championship in the fashion that we did, with the highs and lows within that game, kind of a very flat first period for us, but give Northeastern a lot of credit. I thought they came out a little extra juice in their game, a little extra step in their game. I thought, coming out of it 1-1, we were fortunate, and then I thought we played a really good second period. And, I thought early in the third, things were going okay, and then we give up a goal, they get life, and they get the second, and I loved how we responded to that. I thought that, for the most part, we kind of recovered, and obviously getting overtime and you get a power play, and, we win a battle along the wall. A lot of people, when you think about power plays, you think about an overload or an umbrella or, what system you're going to use within your power play. But at the end of the day, you got to play hockey. You got to win battles. You got to shoot pucks quickly, and you got to move pucks quickly. And we won a battle along the wall, and Evan makes a great play over to Grizzy, and Grizzy's been working on his shot an awful lot over the last 2 years, and I couldn't be happier for him, because that, his two goals tonight were a direct result of an awful lot of hard work. And you don't win championships by accident. And we won a championship tonight. We're very fortunate against a great team in a great tournament. All four teams, hovering around for the national tournament, and to come out on top feels awfully good.
Thanks, Coach. We're going to have questions geared towards Matt and Evan. Okay. John?
Thank you. John Powers, Boston Globe. Matt, you talk about what the talk was like in the locker room going into overtime, given that they had come back on you. Was there any sense that you guys wanted to end this thing early?
Yeah, for sure. I think we talked about that with the first line. It's kind of their time to shine, and they've been playing well all games. We're getting the fortunate bounces, but Jack made a great play off the draw to drive the guy wide, and Danny drew the penalty. So just comes down to hard work, like Coach said.
Jake Reiser, Boston.com. Matt, your season last year ended abruptly with a shoulder injury. You've worked hard, you've had to face a lot of adversity. Talk about, if you can, what this moment means to you to win the Beanpot.
It's obviously a childhood dream, living so close to the Garden, my dad working here and stuff. Still hasn't really set in. I was just talking to Evan right before. It kind of feels like, are we going out for the next period and stuff like that. So I think, although they scored the last 2 goals in the third, we were really confident. And just wanted to make sure we have fun, because you never know if you're going to come back here. So we really wanted to make the most of it, and just glad we did.
Dave?
Matt, as one of the juniors, you guys had until the season had not won a Beanpot game in your collegiate career. Can you just talk about the mindset coming into this overall tournament among you guys, given that fact?
I think our motto is definitely, we have nothing to lose. Just kind of go out and lay it out there in the line for our seniors, and I'm just really happy for these two. They definitely worked hard and they deserved it, so I'm just really happy right now.
Andy Barron from the New England Hockey Journal. Evan, kind of along the same lines, obviously there's an expectation when you come to BU that you're at least going to win a couple of these things. How much of a relief are you feeling right now that you guys were able to pull this thing off before you graduated?
Big time. Obviously, after the third period ended, me and Casey actually talked to each other, and our freshman year we lost to BC in overtime with 6 seconds left. And we just told ourselves we weren't going to lose. BU hasn't won a Beanpot in way too long, and we weren't going out without a Beanpot in our career. And I think we told each other that we were going to make it happen, and no matter what it took, we rallied the guys in the room, and we got it done. So it's good.
Take a couple more, Scott.
Scott from WEI. Evan, when your line's having a game like that, where you guys have possession, you have chances, but you're not on the score sheet, what's kind of you guys' mindset as you're on the bench and the game's going on, and you haven't quite
Well, as soon as they scored the third goal, we all looked at each other and told each other it was our time. And we've been hot as of late, and we knew that we weren't going to game without getting a goal. So kind of aligned where it was a tie game, and the next one was going to win it. And we just looked at each other and told each other we had it in us, and we were going to get it done.
Nancy?
Nancy Murphy's Boston Globe. Could you guys talk about what you feel is happening after all the adversity last year that you went through? Do you feel like there's kind of a special thing going on with BU hockey just this year?
Yeah, of course. I think last year made everyone all the returning guys in that room hungrier, and I think we added a freshman class that brings a lot of positive attitude, and they're always upbeat, they're always positive, they're always coming to work every day, and with the returning guys who are hungry, and you add that special class that they are, it's made for a special season so far, and hopefully this is just the beginning.
Take one last one here, Connor.
Evan, could you just take us through the final play, if you don't mind?
Yeah, there's a battle along the boards, and Ati, Danny, and Jack were all in there, and Ati actually had the puck on the boards, and he's extremely powerful on his stick. He's got really big forearms, and he's able to control the puck, and I saw it on his stick, and I knew we were going to win the battle, and I just took a peek over. I saw Grizz waiting there, so I knew if I got the puck, I was just shooting it over, and Grizz got it, and I was ready for the pass back. He let it rip, and then before I knew it, we were all skating down to the other end celebrating, and it's a huge relief just seeing that puck just get to the guy, get to the defender, and pass the goalie, and it's been great ever since.
Congrats, Matt and Evan. Thanks, guys. You guys can have that. Question, Glenn? Ben?
Jeff Cox, SB Nation. Coach, what makes Matt such a great leader that he was nominated captain as a junior after not even playing half the season last year?
Well, number one, he's a great player, and he's not a great player by accident. Like I referred to earlier, he's improved his shot dramatically because he spends a lot of time working on it. But when you've got a guy who has been known to be an elite player for a long time with that type of work ethic and his type of personality, and he's such a great example. He's as likable a kid as you'll meet, and you add all that up, and you got a guy that all his teammates have an awful lot of respect for, his coaching staff has an awful lot of respect for, trainers, the equipment people, people around campus. That's what makes him a great leader.
Thank you. David, kind of looking at, I don't think any BU teams ever had to win 2 overtime games to win the Beanpot. What does it say about the level of competition among these 4 schools now, where this tournament seems to be now a legitimate 14 tournament?
Yeah, Joe, if you look, the national rankings and the standings, all 4 teams are really good teams, not just locally, obviously, but in the national picture. And, all game, 2 games go to, 3 of them go to overtime, and the other one's Northeastern scores about a minute and a half left to win the game. Might as well have been overtime. So I don't think anybody was surprised at the way the tournament played out. The talk before the tournament was how competitive it was going to be. And that's why, we feel so good for our team and our players, because this was not easy. This was as competitive a Beanpot that I can remember. And to come out on top certainly feels good.
Thanks, Jim Coffey from U.S. College Hockey Online. David, when you called the timeout, did you feel that you were able to settle your players down in that rest?
Oh, I don't know. It seems like a long time ago. You like to think you can, but you never know. And you could see it in their faces, and they scored 2 goals in a hurry, and you work so hard to get a 2-goal lead, and all of a sudden, boom, it's gone, it evaporates. And we just talked about, hey, we felt like we've been playing well, and we had a minute and a half stretch where things didn't go well, and they capitalized. And unfortunately for us, we've been in that situation all year long. It seems like every game we play, it's tied with 10 minutes to go, so it was nothing new to us. There was an awful lot of familiarity with the situation, and I thought we settled down after that. And obviously, like I said, the power play goal, to only have 2 power plays in a game is rare, but we got an important goal, and penalty kill did a great job killing off their 3. So, you know, special teams obviously were a big key for tonight.
Yeah.
Dave, Robbie Belargian, didn't play Saturday, missed time earlier this year. Mono hadn't scored since opening night. Just how nice was it to see him respond and get a goal tonight?
It was really special for him, obviously. It means an awful lot to our team. We're going to need Robbie to play to his abilities. I thought he had a good night tonight. It's been a tough year for him, getting mono and, probably playing with mono before he actually got diagnosed. So, it's been a long year for him, and we're able to, have some success when he wasn't in the lineup. Gave an opportunity to some players to kind of prove themselves, and it kind of, let us know that we had some depth. And it was good to see him play the way he did tonight and capitalize on his opportunity.
A couple more for Coach here.
Hey, Coach, I know you talk about him all the time, but on a night like tonight, when Jack isn't out there scoring the big goals, what are the smaller, harder to see things that he's doing out there to make you guys better?
Well, I think an underrated part of his game is the way he defends. He's really strong on the puck. He ends a lot of plays, and he may not have gotten a point tonight. I don't know if he didn't get a point tonight, but he draws the penalty. His speed is so intimidating to people, and when he starts getting that puck through the neutral zone and carrying through the neutral zone, the other team's always aware of him, and he gives us a swagger. It's infectious. One of the things about our team is we do have a swagger to us, but it's a respectful swagger. It's not like we think we're great. I think there's a belief. Each player has a belief in himself, and then he looks around the locker room, and I think he's got a belief in everybody in the room. And I think that's why we've been able to, so far, win games like we did tonight. And, the ebbs and flows of a game are important in how you handle bad situations, and we've handled bad situations pretty well so far this year. And, part of that is Jack, but a big part of that is the 2 guys that were sitting to my left and Case and Holman.
Any questions, Coach?